But it's the women. Men have always struggled with women being independent away from a relationship, and I think then maybe that struggles with men thinking that if a woman can be financially supported by herself and do something, then they get threatened by it because they always want to be the provider. Men always want to be the provider.
Yeah, I think I don't disagree with that. I think that a lot of men do want to be able to provide for his woman and his family. You know, I'm definitely building something to do that for whoever I choose to do that with. I think that. I'll be honest with you. I think for a lot of men, the strong, independent woman, I don't think a lot of it is because he's intimidated by her being independent. I think it's more because in dating, she exhibits a lot of traits that are traditionally masculine.
Yeah, maybe.
And if men are, we're using generalizations, everyone's different. And first off, as human beings, we're all comprised of masculine and feminine traits. Do you know what I mean? Not one person's all this or all that. But I think if a woman presents herself to be quite masculine in the dating realm, then I think for men, it's not necessarily, some men might be intimidated, but I think it's just more, that's not the kind of energy that works with me and that I'm looking for. Because, a lot of my clients, ironically, like I said, the masculine and feminine, they complement each other. And quite a few of my clients who are high earning, strong, independent women, they always find themselves attracting what they would call weak men. And what they actually mean is they're attracting men who are quite feminine. And the reason they're doing that is because they're putting out a masculine frame, and the masculine is going to attract the feminine and vice versa. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So, for me, like I always say that it's not that a woman shouldn't be strong and independent. I think it's just when she's dealing with men, especially a man she wants to attract, if he's quite a strong masculine man and that's what she likes, it's about putting those strengths in areas that he's going to really value, at least while she's with him. What do you think about that?
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and because it is you in a relationship, you have like a yin and yang even with emotions, so you kind of need that kind of like unicity.
Yeah,
what's that word?
I'm going to say unity. I don't know. Unison, something about that.
There's something on that. So what kind of thing do you go for then? What things attract you?
I mean, I do a woman she has a warm energy. Honestly, the main thing for me is that she's my piece.
Your piece?
Yeah, like I think...
like your puzzle piece that fits right into your little...
Oh, no, I meant my piece as in serenity.
Oh, your piece?
My actual piece.
I thought you meant like a puzzle piece.
Yeah, she could be a piece. She could be a piece of that.
I want a piece of that.
I want a piece of that.
Oh, that's okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I'd say in terms of...
She would like someone calming.
Yeah, I think it's... I would say not calming because, I like to have intellectual discussions as we are now, so I really value that. So I wanted to have a mind that I can learn from, even if we disagree on things. Do you know what I mean? But in terms of main qualities, I'd say like I said, femininity. She's a good teammate. She's because you are a team. So I want to work with
teamwork is like the most important thing in a relationship. That's why I think when marriages last is when you're a team. It's not who's winning a fight. It's like come together as a team and solve this problem. And solve it together. Being a team, you have to find your teammate, and I think that's
100%. And it's like like my my previous relationship, which I would argue is probably the best relationship that I've had. One thing that would happen to be like, I don't know, if she was with me for the weekend and we went shopping, I would buy all the food. And so if she wanted to cook that night, I'd buy all the food, but then she would want to cook. Do you know what I mean? And that's another way of teamwork. Do you know what I mean? I get that might be seen as quite traditional. I buy the food and she cooks or whatever. And it's not that I didn't cook for her.
Yeah.
But it was, I think, and I say this because we had these conversations where, she would be maybe cooking and I'd be working something. She's like, oh, there's like a pot. There's like the strong feminist side of me that's like, why am I in the kitchen cooking for my man? Yeah.
But that comes down to, there's like the 5 signs of love. And so he's like an affectionate, there's the physical, that's the same thing, Hannah. Verbal.
Are you talking about the 5 languages?
Yes, 5 languages. Yes. So, for example, that the provider, you bought something, but then it's the physical action of doing something, and it's different signs of love, and you can multiverse between that. So it's like Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
So that's how
100%.
relationships work sometimes. Like, it's her cooking for you is a massive sign of love. The same way as you buying something was a massive sign of love. But I know that whole stronghold of being like, wait, I'm a feminist. I'm standing in the kitchen cooking. But wait, hold up. I love this man. And also he just bought this and now I can cook it.
Yeah.
That's so multifaceted.